Right now, you probably weren't planning to watch a video about porn addiction. Maybe you were researching productivity hacks or scrolling through reels that somehow led you here. And now you're like, oh crap, I've been exposed.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Because porn addiction isn't really a porn problem. It's a you have no idea what to do with your life right now.
See, people think they're addicted to pixels and videos, but the truth is, they're addicted to escaping themselves. If your day feels empty, unstructured, or meaningless, your brain's gonna start looking for dopamine discounts. And porn happens to be the Amazon Prime of dopamine. 2 clicks, free delivery.
The real problem, here's what's actually going on. You wake up, scroll for a bit, think, I should do something productive, and then don't. Your brain hates the discomfort of doing hard things. So it says, hey, what if we took a little break? 30 minutes later, you're wondering why post-nut clarity feels like you just lost 30 IQ points.
But it's not really your fault. Your brain was built for short-term rewards. Hunting, eating, surviving. Not building a personal brand and going to the gym 6 times a week. So when it sees a flashy thumbnail of 2 people hugging aggressively, your ancient brain goes, oh, survival, let's do that. Meanwhile, your logical brain, the one that reads self-help books, just sits there like, bro, we talked about this.
The hunger analogy. You can't kill hunger, right? You can only choose what to eat. It's the same thing with dopamine. You'll always crave stimulation. You just have to choose better sources. If you keep feeding your brain junk dopamine, porn, endless scrolling, junk food, you'll feel good for 5 minutes and miserable for the next 5 hours. But if you replace it with real dopamine, like working out, creating something, talking to actual humans, you'll feel slightly bored now and weirdly proud later. That's the trade-off. Cheap pleasure versus earned pleasure. One makes you tired, the other makes you fulfilled. Guess which one TikTok wants you to choose?
The habit loop. Here's why quitting is so hard. Most people try to remove the habit without replacing it. That's like throwing away your only pair of shoes and saying, I'll just walk barefoot forever. When you remove an addiction, there's an empty slot in your day, physically and psychologically. If you don't fill it, your brain will, and it usually fills it with the exact same thing you were trying to avoid. So when you quit porn, don't just try not to fap. Redesign your day so you don't have the time or energy to even think about it. Work out, read, learn something new, build something. Basically, drown your urges in better things. And yes, for the first 10 days, you'll feel like your brain is on Windows XP trying to load emotions. But that's withdrawal. It's temporary. Give it a few weeks, and your dopamine system will stop begging you for cheap thrills. The mind game. Once you're out of the physical addiction, the real fight begins inside your head. Random thoughts like, one time won't hurt, start appearing like annoying pop-ups. That's when you need to catch the thought, just pause for 5 seconds and ask, okay, brain, what happens after this? You already know the answer. You'll feel regret, emptiness, and probably open YouTube again to watch this video. So instead of running from that feeling, remember it. Let the memory of the pain be stronger than the pull of the pleasure. The deeper fix. Here's the part nobody talks about. When you change how you see yourself, your habits change automatically. If your identity is a guy who's trying to quit porn, you'll always be thinking about porn. But if your identity becomes someone who's building a meaningful life, porn just stops being relevant. You don't suppress the urge, you outgrow it. That's why monks talk about detachment, and philosophers talk about higher consciousness. It's not about religion, it's about identity. When you stop seeing yourself as a slave to pleasure, you start acting like someone who deserves better pleasure. So yeah, quitting porn isn't about counting days or avoiding triggers. It's about filling your life so full of real meaning that the fake stuff feels boring. Porn isn't the disease. It's the symptom. Fix the emptiness, and the addiction fixes itself. And remember, if the video good or helpful, then subscribe.